Hello, my friend. It's me, Dino, and I'm so glad you're here tonight. This is Dinosaur Sleep Stories, where I guide you gently through worlds long vanished, worlds where the giants of Earth walked beneath endless skies. But don't worry, tonight, there are no dangers, no storms, no fear. Only peace, calm, and the slow rhythm of an ancient land breathing under the stars. I'll walk beside you through this night. Step by step, we'll wander into a time before humans, when the air was clean, the forests were endless, and the ground shook softly under the footsteps of creatures older than memory. All you need to do is lie back, relax, and let my voice, and this journey, carry you toward rest. Take a deep breath with me now. In and out. Slowly. Again, in and out. With every breath, your body grows heavier, more comfortable. The day drifts further away. The weight of thoughts, the noise of the world, you can set them down now. You don't need them here. Imagine before you a doorway. Not of wood or stone, but woven of light and time itself. On the other side lies a night from millions of years ago, waiting patiently for us. Step with me through that doorway. There is no rush. We'll move slowly, together. With every step forward, you leave behind worries and burdens. With every step forward, you become lighter, calmer, more at peace. The air shifts as we cross. Do you feel it? It's cooler, fresher, rich with scents of pine and damp earth. The night sky above us is vast, glittering with stars brighter than you've ever seen. They hang low, like jewels scattered across black velvet. The moon is fuller here, glowing softly, pouring silver light across the land. We stand at the edge of a plain. The ground beneath our feet is springy with moss and ancient grasses. You sink slightly with each step, cushioned, supported. All around us rise tall ferns, their fronds swaying gently in the night breeze. They whisper as they move, a hushed song as old as the earth. Listen with me. Hear the sounds of this world. Far away, a low, resonant call echoes, the voice of a brachiosaurus. Deep, rolling, gentle, like the hum of a great cello. Not frightening. Comforting. As though the earth itself is speaking. Closer by, you can hear the rustle of small creatures darting among the ferns, quick and curious, their tiny feet pattering softly over the soil. The night is alive, but not restless. Every sound belongs here, balanced, part of the whole. We begin to walk, side by side. Our footsteps are slow, unhurried. With each step, I invite you to release more of the day. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your hands rest, open and easy. Let your breath fall into the same steady rhythm as the land around us. Over there, do you see? A herd of stegosaurus moves across the plain. Their great plates catch the moonlight, shining like rows of polished stone. They move without urgency, heads lowered to the ferns, tails swaying lazily. Watch them for a moment. Their pace is slow, deliberate. No hurry, no tension. Only the steady rhythm of eating, breathing, living. I always find peace in moments like this, seeing giants move as gently as shadows. It reminds me that life doesn't need to be rushed. Tonight, let their slowness be your guide. We walk on. Ahead, a stream winds its way through the valley floor. Can you hear it? The water trickles over smooth stones, catching the moonlight, shimmering silver as it moves. Kneel with me here for a moment. Touch the surface. The water is cool, clean, endlessly flowing. Let it remind you that your thoughts, too, can flow, not clinging, not holding, just moving onward, gentle and free. As we rise again, a breeze brushes past, carrying the fragrance of green leaves and distant rain. Breathe it in with me, slow, deep, filling your chest. And exhale, letting go of tension, letting go of effort. This world accepts you exactly as you are, and it asks nothing of you but rest. Look up with me now. See how the stars scatter across the sky, countless and clear. The Milky Way arches overhead like a river of light. These are the first stars the Earth ever knew. Their light has traveled across eternity to shine down on us tonight. Doesn't it feel comforting to know you are part of something so vast, so eternal? We pause here in the grass. You lie down, if you'd like. The blades are soft beneath you, still warm from the sun's memory. I sit beside you, keeping watch. Around us, the herds continue to graze, their movements calm and steady. The air hums with their quiet presence. You are safe here. Entirely safe. Close your eyes for a moment, if you wish. Let the sounds of the night wash over you, the stream, the wind, the slow breaths of giants at rest. Feel the earth beneath you, cradling you, steady and strong. Nothing can disturb you here. I'll stay with you. I'll guide you deeper into this night. As the journey continues, we'll walk further, through valleys, forests, and starlit plains. But for now, simply rest here, under the ancient sky. Let the land hold you. Let the dinosaurs keep you company. Let your breath slow to match theirs. In and out. In and out. The rhythm of life. The rhythm of sleep. And so our night in the land of dinosaurs begins. The peaceful valley. From the grassy rise, the land dips softly into a wide valley. You begin to follow the slope downward, each step slow, steady, cushioned by soil that feels almost alive beneath your feet. The air is cooler here, carrying with it the fragrance of damp earth and the faint sweetness of ferns. The valley stretches like a cradle, sheltered and calm. Fern meadows ripple in the moonlight, their fronds swaying as if breathing with the night. Cycads rise tall, their crowns fanning above like green umbrellas, catching silver light in their leaves. Everything here seems to move to the same gentle rhythm: wind, water, and the creatures who call this place home. Ahead, a herd of triceratops grazes slowly, their dark shapes steady against the silver glow. Their great heads lower to the ferns, beaked mouths tearing mouthfuls in deliberate rhythm. The sound of their chewing is steady, almost hypnotic: crunch, pause, chew, over and over, like the ticking of a slow, ancient clock. One triceratops lifts its head. Moonlight glints along the ridges of its frill, catching in its dark eyes. For a moment, the giant seems to look straight through you, not with threat, but with calm acknowledgement, as though you are part of this valley tonight. With a soft snort, mist curling from its nostrils in the cool air, it lowers its head again and resumes its unhurried meal. Nearby, ankylosaurs move through the grass, their armored backs glowing faintly in the moonlight. They walk with patient heaviness, each step pressing deep into the earth, leaving behind curved trails in the soil. Their movements are steady, unbothered, as if they too are part of the ground itself. The faint tremor of their footsteps rolls through your feet and into your chest, not unsettling, but grounding, like the steady beat of a drum far away. You continue toward the sound of running water. The valley carries it easily, a trickle, a ripple, flowing low and clear. Soon, the stream reveals itself, glimmering silver in the moonlight, its path weaving gently between rocks polished smooth by time. You kneel at its edge, trailing your fingers through the current. The water is cool, steady, endlessly moving. It reminds you that thoughts, too, can flow like this, passing by without needing to be held. Across the stream, two iguanodons stand with their long necks bent low, dipping their beaks into the shallows. They drink slowly, then lift their heads, water glistening along their jaws. Their reflections ripple on the surface, merging with the reflection of the stars, until it looks as though they are drinking from the sky itself. From within the ferns nearby, a quick rustle stirs. A small group of brachiosaurus darts through, nimble and swift. They chirp softly to one another, pausing now and then to nibble leaves before vanishing deeper into the underbrush. Their movements remind you of deer at dusk, playful, alert, yet gentle. The familiarity brings a sense of warmth, a reminder that even in this distant world, life follows patterns you already know. Above, the long silhouettes of brachiosaurus move slowly against the starry horizon. Their necks sweep gracefully through the night air, pulling leaves from the highest trees. Each step they take is heavy enough to be felt before it is heard, echoing like a heartbeat through the earth. Yet nothing about their presence feels overwhelming. Their size only magnifies the peace of this place, as though the world itself has slowed to their pace. You pause here, sitting on a stone still warm with the memory of the day's sun. The heat seeps into your back, steady and reassuring. Around you, the valley moves at its unhurried rhythm, triceratops grazing, ankylosaurs dragging their tails softly through the grass, brachiosaurus sweeping silently through the trees. Every sound is part of the same ancient lullaby. A mother triceratops nudges her young gently, guiding it closer to the herd. The calf stumbles at first, then finds its footing, pressing close to her side. Together they move as one, a tender reminder that even in the vastness of this world, there is care, there is safety. The herds begin to quiet. One by one, the triceratops lower themselves into the grass, folding their legs beneath them until they become still, rounded shapes against the earth. Their breathing deepens, slow and steady, rising and falling like waves. The ankylosaurs settle too, their heavy bodies sinking low, armored backs gleaming like constellations scattered across the ground. The night deepens. The stars shine brighter. The stream flows on, a silver ribbon weaving through the silence. Lie back in the grass if you'd like. Feel the softness beneath you, the steady ground supporting your body. Match your breath to the rhythm of the valley, slow, deep, unhurried. In and out. In and out. Here, in the heart of this peaceful valley, you are safe. Safe with the herds at rest. Safe beneath the endless stars. Safe within the gentle arms of a world that has waited eons to hold you. Journey under the ancient stars. Beyond the quiet valley, the land begins to rise again. The slope is gentle, inviting you to climb at an unhurried pace. Each step presses softly into soil damp with evening dew, releasing the faint fragrance of earth and green things. As you move upward, the sounds of the valley grow distant, fading into a soft murmur that lingers behind like a dream. At the crest of the hill, the night opens wide. Look above. The sky has never seemed so vast. Stars pour across the heavens in rivers of light, each one sharp and steady, untouched by the haze of modern skies. The Milky Way arcs like a silver bridge, endless and bright, spanning from horizon to horizon. It feels close, as though you could lift your hand and touch the edges of eternity. A breeze drifts across the rise, cool and clean. You breathe it in, slow and deep, letting it fill your chest, then release it just as slowly. Each breath carries you further from the weight of the present and deeper into the rhythm of this ancient night. There, do you hear it? A faint rush, the flap of wings high above. Shadows cross the face of the moon, a flock of pterosaurs gliding through the silver light. Their wings stretch wide, vast sails that catch the currents of air, carrying them effortlessly. They circle once, twice, their cries drifting down in soft notes that rise and fade like distant flutes. Then they wheel away, vanishing into the river of stars, as though they belong to the constellations themselves. Their flight is graceful, unhurried, a reminder that even movement can be calm. They do not force the air, they let it carry them. And so, too, can you let yourself be carried, not by effort, but by stillness, by rest, by sleep approaching softly like the tide. From this height, the plain stretches far in every direction. Silvered meadows, dark forests, and winding rivers lie beneath the moon. Here and there, herds move across the land, slow and steady. Brachiosaurus lift their necks like living towers, sweeping treetops for leaves. Lines of hadrosaurs travel together, their tails swaying in quiet unison. Each group moves with its own rhythm, yet together they form a harmony, as if the entire earth breathes in concert. A deep sound rolls across the plain, resonant and low. The call of a brachiosaurus, echoing like a great drum struck gently. The sound settles into your chest, steady and grounding. You pause to listen, your breath unconsciously matching its rhythm. In and out. In and out. The call fades, but the calm it left behind lingers. The path leads you downward again, toward a line of trees that stand close along a riverbank. Their trunks are wide, bark ridged with age, their crowns swaying slowly in the night breeze. The air is cooler here, touched by the scent of water. And soon, the river itself appears, a dark ribbon, rushing softly, its surface broken into ripples that catch the stars and scatter them into silver fragments. You kneel by the edge, watching the current flow. The water bends and curls around stones, never pausing, always moving forward. It asks nothing of you. Simply to watch, to listen, to let its steady song remind you that peace, too, is like water, natural, effortless, flowing when you allow it. Across the river, shadows stir among the trees. A pair of parasaurolophus step out, their long crests rising above their heads like elegant arcs. They wade into the shallows, dipping their mouths to the water. Then, one lifts its head and releases a call. The sound is low and haunting, like the notes of a deep horn echoing through a cavern. The other answers, their voices weaving together, rising and fading, echoing across the plain in gentle resonance. The duet carries through the air, blending with the river's voice, with the soft whisper of leaves. It is music without beginning or end, as old as the land itself. You sit quietly, letting it surround you. Close your eyes, if you wish, and feel the sound move through you, brushing against your skin, settling into your breath, steady as a heartbeat. When the song fades into silence, the world feels even more still, as though it too has paused to listen. You rise again, following the glow of insects drifting through the trees. Their bodies shine softly, pulsing like lanterns. They hover in slow patterns, lighting your way as you move deeper into the night. The forest opens into a clearing. The ground here is flat, carpeted with soft moss, and above, the stars blaze in unbroken brilliance. You lie back, letting the earth cradle you. The river's song continues faintly in the distance. The air hums with quiet life, the sigh of branches, the rustle of small creatures, the far-off flap of wings. And then, across the sky, a meteor streaks. A line of light, brief and beautiful, flashes before vanishing into darkness. Another follows, then another, each one a spark, fleeting but unforgettable. They pass quickly, yet their glow lingers in your vision, like embers in the night. The world feels endless here, timeless. You let yourself sink into it, body growing heavier, breath slower, thoughts softer. Every sound, every movement in the night, is a reminder that this land, vast and ancient, holds you gently, safely. The stars above. The river below. The rhythm of creatures breathing, moving, living without hurry. All of it carries you deeper, closer to rest, closer to dreams. And so the journey beneath the ancient stars continues, guiding you further into the heart of night. Into the ancient forest. Beyond the clearing, the land narrows into a passage between towering trees. Their trunks rise like pillars, ridged and ancient, stretching far into the night sky. The crowns above weave together, forming a vast canopy that filters the moonlight into silver beams. Each shaft of light falls like a soft lantern through the mist, creating shifting patterns on the forest floor. Step quietly. The air here is different, cooler, damp, filled with the scent of moss and resin. You can hear drops of water sliding from leaf to leaf, falling in a slow rhythm, joining the hush of the forest. Each sound is gentle, part of a language spoken for millions of years, one that asks for nothing but stillness. As you move deeper, the ground softens underfoot. Fallen leaves and needles cushion every step, releasing their earthy fragrance into the air. Ferns rise tall around you, some higher than your shoulders, their fronds brushing lightly as you pass. Glowworms cling to the trunks, their tiny bodies shining faintly, marking the path ahead like stars scattered across bark. Pause for a moment. Listen closely. Do you hear it? Small, quick rustles in the undergrowth. Shadows darting between the ferns. A group of Compsognathus scurry past, little creatures, light on their feet, their calls no louder than birdsong. They vanish as quickly as they appeared, leaving behind only the soft quiver of leaves. Their presence feels playful, harmless, like sparks of life flickering through the night. Deeper still, the forest thickens. The canopy knits tighter overhead, and the moonlight becomes scarce, only thin threads of silver slipping through. Yet the air glows softly in places where luminous fungi spread across fallen logs, their surfaces casting a pale, otherworldly light. The glow bends shadows into calm shapes, making the forest feel alive, yet welcoming. Far above, branches sway, and you catch sight of movement against the sky. A pterosaur rests among the treetops, wings folded, head tucked against its body. Even here, in the stillness of the forest, life is layered, small and vast, quiet and strong, woven together in a single rhythm. The deeper you go, the quieter it becomes. The forest seems to hold its breath. Then, in the silence, a long, low sound rises, not loud, but resonant, traveling like a vibration through the ground. Somewhere in the distance, a sauropod moves slowly among the trees, its great weight pressing into the soil, its presence steady and unhurried. You cannot see it yet, but you feel it, in the trembling earth, in the deep hush that follows. It is not frightening. It is reassuring, like knowing the mountains themselves are near. You step into a small glade. Moonlight breaks through here, spilling across the forest floor in wide silver pools. At the center, a fallen tree lies blanketed in moss, its surface glowing faintly with fungi. The air hums with life, insects buzzing softly, night birds calling from high branches, the distant rumble of giants moving unseen. Lie down here if you wish. The moss is soft, cool against your skin, cradling you as gently as a bed. The air above carries the scent of pine and wet earth. Around you, the forest breathes, slow, deep, eternal. Every sound rises and falls like a tide, the rustle of ferns, the drip of water, the far-off call of unseen creatures. Close your eyes for a moment. Let the forest hold you. Let the night wrap around you, layer upon layer, until even your thoughts soften, fade, and drift like mist among the trees. In this ancient forest, nothing hurries. Nothing intrudes. Here, you are safe. Here, you are part of the silence. The moonlit plains. The forest thins at last, trees standing farther apart, until the canopy breaks and the sky opens wide once more. You step out from shadow into a broad plain bathed in moonlight. The sudden space feels endless, stretching so far you cannot see where the horizon ends. Mist clings low to the ground, glowing faintly in the silver light, curling around your ankles as you walk forward. The air here is cool, light, carrying the fragrance of grasses swaying in the breeze. Each blade catches droplets of dew that sparkle like tiny crystals. With every step, the plain hums softly, the chorus of insects hidden in the grass, their voices blending into a steady song. It is not sharp or loud, but gentle, a background rhythm that lulls the land deeper into night. In the distance, shadows move against the glow of the moon. Brachiosaurus, tall and graceful, cross the plain like living mountains. Their necks sweep slowly through the air, rising toward the stars, then lowering again to feed on the tallest trees that dot the open ground. Each step is deliberate, the earth trembling softly beneath their weight, yet always steady, never rushed. You pause to watch them. Their enormous bodies darken the mist as they pass through it, silhouettes blending with moonlight. The glow outlines the curve of their necks, the broad shapes of their bodies, the sway of their tails. They are vast, yet calm, their every movement a meditation. Closer by, a group of hadrosaurs graze, their heads bent low, tails swaying gently in unison. Their calls are soft, murmured notes that rise and fall, blending with the hum of insects. It sounds almost like conversation, low voices drifting on the breeze. The herd moves as one, their rhythm synchronized, a single living presence spread across the plain. Above, the sky is brilliant. The moon hangs low, enormous, casting silver light across the mist. Stars scatter endlessly, and from time to time, another meteor streaks across the heavens, brief but bright, a flash that vanishes as quickly as it came. Each one feels like a promise, a spark reminding you that beauty can exist in the smallest, most fleeting of moments. The plain seems to breathe with life. Somewhere far off, a distant call echoes, long, low, rolling, resonant. Perhaps another brachiosaurus, or a herd too distant to see. The sound travels slowly across the land, wrapping around you like a blanket. You take a deep breath, letting it settle in your chest. In and out. In and out. You walk further into the plain, mist curling around your legs, grass brushing softly at your sides. The land glows under the moon, soft silver stretching to the horizon. You find a small rise and pause, sitting on the slope. From here, you can see herds scattered across the plain, each one moving at its own rhythm. Some lie resting in the grass, their bodies round and still. Others shift slowly, grazing with calm persistence. It is a landscape of stillness, a painting alive with motion, yet nothing disturbs its peace. Every sound, every step, is part of the same slow rhythm. Lie back if you wish. The grass is cool, the ground steady beneath you. Look upward, the sky is endless, filled with stars. The breath of the plain joins your own, guiding you deeper into calm. Here, under the moonlit sky, you are part of the land. Part of its stillness. Part of its timeless rest. The sleeping volcano. Beyond the wide plain, the land begins to rise once more. The slope is gradual at first, a gentle incline covered in tall grasses that ripple softly in the breeze. As you walk upward, the mist thins, the air grows warmer, and a faint glow appears on the horizon. Soon, you see it, a vast silhouette against the starlit sky. A mountain, broad and towering, its peak lost in drifting clouds. The shape is unmistakable, an ancient volcano. Yet it does not roar or smoke. It rests. Silent. Patient. The Earth's great heart, asleep beneath the stars. The ground underfoot changes as you draw closer. Grasses give way to dark stone, smooth and warm, holding the memory of the day's sun. Here and there, small cracks release thin wisps of steam, curling gently upward into the night. They carry no danger, only the faint mineral scent of the earth itself, as if the mountain breathes in dreams. You pause at a ledge and look out across the land below. The plain you crossed glimmers faintly under the moon, herds now resting, motionless as stones. Forests rise like dark seas. Rivers glisten like ribbons of silver. And far above it all, the stars stretch without end. From here, the world feels both infinite and still, as though time itself has slowed to a single, steady breath. Closer to the volcano's base, you hear soft sounds carried on the wind. A pair of ankylosaurs move across the rocky slope, their heavy bodies shifting deliberately. They stop now and then to rest, their tails dragging slow lines in the ash-dark soil. Even here, on this ancient mountain, life continues without hurry. Farther up, you glimpse the tall shape of a brachiosaurus silhouetted against the glowing horizon. It moves steadily, step by step, its neck rising into the mist like a pillar of patience. Each step reverberates faintly through the ground, blending with the heartbeat of the sleeping mountain. The air grows warmer as you continue, though never uncomfortably so. The stones radiate a steady heat, like embers long banked, offering comfort rather than threat. You kneel for a moment, pressing your hand to the ground. The warmth seeps into your skin, into your bones, spreading calm through your body. It is as though the earth itself is holding you, reminding you that beneath all movement lies stillness, and beneath all fire lies rest. At last, you reach a wide plateau, halfway up the volcano's side. Here, the land levels into a flat expanse scattered with stones. Pools of steam rise here and there, glowing faintly in the moonlight. The air is hushed, thick, almost sacred. You lie back upon the warm rock, the heat cradling you like a blanket. Above, the volcano's peak disappears into a crown of stars. Close your eyes. Listen. The mountain is silent, yet its silence is not empty. It hums faintly, deep within, a vibration too low to hear but felt in your chest, in your breath. A rhythm that matches your own. Slow. Steady. Eternal. Around you, the night continues. The calls of distant dinosaurs echo across the plain below. The whisper of wind moves through the grasses at the volcano's base. The soft hiss of steam curls upward from the cracks around you. All of it joins together into one long, ancient lullaby. Here, under the gaze of the sleeping volcano, you are safe. The earth's power rests beneath you, steady, unmoving. The stars shine above, countless and eternal. And you, lying here, belong to both, the quiet strength of the ground, the infinite calm of the sky. Breathe deeply. Feel the warmth, the silence, the weight of time itself holding you. Let it carry you deeper, softer, closer to dreams. Dawn over the prehistoric land. The night begins to soften. High above, the stars fade gently, one by one, retreating into the pale edge of the horizon. The moon lowers, its silver glow thinning as the first hint of color touches the sky. Darkness loosens its hold, making way for the promise of dawn. From the plateau of the volcano, you watch the world below stir in its timeless rhythm. Mist gathers thick across the plain, rolling like a silver ocean, its surface glowing faintly in the half-light. Forests rise like islands from the fog, their crowns outlined in shadow. Rivers glimmer faintly, carrying the reflection of a sky just beginning to change. The first breath of morning brushes your skin, cool and gentle. It carries with it the sense of wet grass and new blossoms, a freshness that belongs only to beginnings. You inhale slowly, deeply, letting that breath fill your chest, then release it with ease. In and out. With each breath, you feel yourself settle further, as if your own body is aligning with the dawn. A sound rises from the valley. A low call, steady and calm, a brachiosaurus greeting the morning. Another answers, then another, their voices echoing softly through the mist. It is not a chorus of urgency, but of patience, of continuity. Life greeting the day as it has for millions of years, without rush, without change. On the plain, triceratops stir from their rest. Mothers nudge their calves gently, guiding them to stand. Ankylosaurs shift their heavy bodies, stretching before moving slowly into the mist. Farther away, hadrosaurs begin to graze, their calls blending with the awakening of insects in the grass. Above the forest, the silhouettes of pterosaurs lift into the light, wings catching the early air. They rise effortlessly, their flight painted gold as the first rays of sunlight break over the horizon. Their cries are sharper now, clearer, but still gentle, as if marking the shift from night to day. And then, the sun. It emerges slowly, a golden curve rising behind the distant hills, spilling light across the land. The mist glows, turning from silver to pale gold. The rivers blaze with reflection, their surfaces like ribbons of fire. The first beams touch the volcano slopes, warming the stone, brushing your skin with soft heat. The world glows. The dinosaurs move through light and mist, their shapes vast and calm, like ancient guardians walking into eternity. Each step, each sound, belongs to a rhythm that has carried through endless ages. You remain still, lying upon the warm plateau. Your breath matches the breath of the land. Slow, deep, steady. The sun continues to climb, yet your body feels heavier, softer, drifting. Though the world is waking, you are sinking deeper, safe within the arms of rest. Close your eyes. Let the warmth of the rising sun fold around you like a blanket. Let the low calls of the herds echo faintly in your chest. Let the hum of the earth, steady and eternal, cradle you as you drift. Here, in the dawn of the prehistoric land, you are safe. Safe in the stillness of giants. Safe under the eternal sky. Safe within the rhythm of breath and earth. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. And let the journey carry you further than words, further than time, into dreams.